Hello from Owlerton Stadium, Sheffield, and the 16th staging of the Northern Riders Championship. A 20-heat individual meeting that brings together the leading riders from Halifax Dukes, Bellevue Aces and Sheffield Tigers, the North's 3 British League tracks. The sad demise of Hull-Larder Vikings has taken away the East Coast interest in this championship, and another blow is the absence through injury this year of the title holder Kenny Carter from Halifax. The England #1 is recovering from a bad smash at Ipswich last week, which left him with a damaged lung. Another notable absentee is the former world champion Peter Collins from Bellevue, who's away racing in Sweden. But there's enough talent on track tonight to provide us with plenty of action around this 361 metres Owlerton circuit. Sheffield's dynamic little American star, Sean Moran, will be looking for his first Northern title. Bellevue's England international Chris Morton has similar ideas after missing out on the World Championship again. Morton's a former track record holder here, and Moran, who's the British match race champion, currently has the fastest time against his name, 64 seconds for his Golden Helmet match race against Kenny Carter. New Zealander Larry Ross was twice winner of the London Riders' Championship while with Wimbledon Dons, and now after his expensive move to Bellevue, he'll be looking to add the Northern title. A couple of seasoned internationals, both former winners Doug Wyer and Reg Wilson, are in good form just now, so who knows where the title will finish up. We'll have the answer after 20 heats of non-stop action. Riders then coming up to the line for Heat 1 of the 1982 Northern Riders Championship. On the right of your picture in the red helmet, Chris Morton just turning round then. He's wanting to make sure that he comes up and gets a perfect line, a perfect groove at the start. Chris Morton from Bellevue on the right. Next to him, Dougie Wyer from Halifax, former Sheffield Tiger. And Louis Carr in the white helmet in grid 3 from Bellevue. And on the extreme left on grid 4, the outside, will be Phil White from Sheffield, but that's Doug Wyer with the cowboy-style leathers, who did so well in the Yorkshire TV Trophy here only a few weeks ago. So from the inside, Morton, Wyer, Carr and White. Chris Morton, probably the one who starts as one of the favourites tonight. He gets off to a good start in this one. Certainly the one to watch for me. Away they go, Morton on the inside, Doug Wyer next to him, goes right across him into that first turn. Pushes Morton well back. Morton now into second place behind Wyer. In third spot at the moment is Phil White from Sheffield, and at the back is Louis Carr from Bellevue. Chris Morton there really was caught out on that first corner by Dougie Wyer as they go on to lap 2. Doug Wyer from Halifax, as I say, had a magnificent meeting here a few weeks ago in the Yorkshire TV Trophy meeting. But Chris Morton here, who's been a world finalist twice, is giving him a tremendous race. Unfortunately, Chris Morton seems to have to do so many things from the back. Not the best of trappers. Look at him going round the outside there. Dougie Wyer, an experienced racer, using all the track to try and hold off Morton. They're on the last lap now, and it's still Wyer. It's Morton from Bellevue inside him, on the back straight for the last time. There's a back marker now, and it's Morton now. They're coming round in front with one more lap to go. Wyer still holding on. Wyer wins. It's second place, Chris Morton. And a spot of confusion there because we had a back marker who was almost lapped, and he was taking a black and yellow flag at almost the same time that Dougie Wyer was winning the race. What a good start for Doug Wyer, and Chris Morton paying for being caught out on that first bend. And your riders for Heat 2 then, from the right in the red helmet, John Louis of Halifax. Next to him, Ian Cartwright, the Halifax captain. Then Larry Ross in the white from Bellevue Aces. And on the outside, on the left, in grid 4, is David Barge from Sheffield. John Louis there, the oldest rider in today's meeting, 41 years old. And the youngest is only 18, young Steve Baker. And it's Larry Ross in white, just makes it very nicely to that first turn, and coming round on the outside, David Barge from Sheffield. And it's the veteran John Louis at the back, missed out there very badly. Up front is Larry Ross, and being challenged very hard by young New Zealander David Barge. Oh, and he just catch the back wheel there as Larry Ross slowed. Larry Ross got in a little bit of trouble there, and David Barge really had no chance at all and came off on that first bend. Caught the back wheel of Larry Ross, but the referee has not stopped the race. Larry Ross now has a nice, comfortable lead. I really thought that referee Colin Tyrrell might have stopped that one, because I don't think David Barge had much chance at all. Larry Ross has got the race comfortably in his pocket as he looks around, with Ian Cartwright and John Louis back in second and third place, the two Halifax riders. Larry Ross coming round now with a quarter of a lap to go to win heat 2. Takes the checkered flag now. Larry Ross first, in second place Ian Cartwright, in third John Louis, and walking back across the green rather dejectedly, David Barge. Well, let's have a look at that incident on the start of lap 2 again, with Larry Ross out in front, and there David Barge catches the back wheel of the New Zealander, and there's not much he can do about it. And I felt there that Larry Ross got himself into a little bit of sticky trouble on that corner and slowed, and there wasn't an awful lot that David Barge could do but catch his back wheel. Along to heat 3, and a first chance to have a look at the idol of the Sheffield fans in the white helmet, just obscured there by the start marshal, Sean Moran. But from the inside it will be Dave Morton, also from Sheffield, Rob Ashton from Halifax, then Sean Moran in the white from Sheffield, and Peter Carr, the newly crowned British junior champion, on the outside in yellow and black in grid 4. Sean Moran certainly, I think, the one to watch. He'd love to win this Northern Riders Championship in front of the Sheffield crowd. Become a very popular figure here since his transfer in 1980 from Hull out of Viking. And what a bargain he was at 7,000. So from the inside, Dave Morton, Rob Ashton, Sean Moran and Peter Carr. Sean Moran makes a good enough start there. Rob Ashton, who was very shakily away in blue. Sean Moran way down the back straight there with a very good lead already from Dave Morton, his Sheffield teammate, and back in third place at the moment, Peter Carr, now being challenged by Robert. Sean Moran, who we thought would have done a little better in the Yorkshire TV Trophy a few weeks ago, but here he is making a very good start in this one, as he did then in fact. He started at 2 wings and then faded. This time after a very slick start, Moran with a comfortable lead in this third race, and he's trying out the bike that he'll be using hopefully on Sunday in the World Team Cup final at White City, London, when he rides for America against the West Germans, the Czechs and the holders Denmark. Down the back straight for the last time, Sean Moran, coming round now with an enormous lead over Dave Morton, takes the checkered flag. The winner, Sean Moran, in second place, Dave Morton, and in third spot, Peter Carr. On then to heat 4. And as we wait for the riders to come up, I can tell you that Sean Moran's certainly given notice of intent tonight, because when he won that last heat so easily, he smashed his own track record here at Owlerton, knocking 4/5 of a second off the record. It's now 63.2. A really flying ride there, and as we go on to heat 4, the rest know what it's all about. From the right, it's Peter Rahn from Bellevue and Denmark, then Reg Wilson from Sheffield, next to him his Tigers teammate Wayne Brown, and on the outside, on the left, Steve Baker from Halifax. Heat 4. And into that first turn, it's Reg Wilson, followed now by Wayne Brown, and with Peter Rahn back in third spot. They all took a little bit of time there on that first bend, sorting themselves out, but it was Reg Wilson who picked up the lead, and he's now being challenged on the outside very well indeed by Wayne Brown, and there just wasn't quite enough room there against the fence as they crossed the line for the first time. So now Brown's got to try again. He knocked off a little bit there, but he nearly caught Reg Wilson unawares on that pitch bend first time round. Now he comes up on the inside. Wilson has a look, sees he's there, and now he's got to come right back again on that first turn, because Wayne Brown is giving him a tremendous scrap. Reg Wilson, his 14th season, he's been with Sheffield, been with a few teams in the second division, but he's been with Sheffield all that time as well. And given tremendous service here on the last lap now with young Wayne Brown, who's 12 years younger than Reg, challenging from second place. Has Reg got the track craft to hold off Brown on the last turn now? Brown right on the inside. Is he going to make it? Wilson looks round. No, he's just got the power. Reg Wilson wins in blue. In second, it's Wayne Brown in white. And in third spot, Peter Rahn from Bellevue. On then to Heat 5 and the lineup in this one. From the right in the red, grid 1, Steve Baker, out for 2 races on the trot. Then Chris Morton from Bellevue. Then John Louis from Halifax. And on the outside, Sean Moran, who smashed the track record in his first ride just 2 heats ago. And what a marvellous start he's made then to the Northern Riders Championship this year. So Heat 5. See what Sean Moran this time can do from the outside. And Chris Morton's got to improve on that first race beating by Doug Wyer. Followed by Chris Morton, back in third place John Louis, but it's the front two that we're looking at. Sean Moran after that flying start in his first ride, holding off Chris Morton, made a very clean gate indeed. And if this is the form that he's going to be in the World Team Cup final on Sunday, then the Americans must have a marvellous chance of winning it for the first time. Coming up to complete 2 laps now, Sean Moran heading for his second win of the night. Chris Morton had a testimonial meeting last Sunday to mark 10 years at Bellevue and is one of England's top riders, is not making any impression on him at all. Coming round now with 1 lap to go. Sean Moran has a quick look round just to size up the situation, and that bike's going so well. Chris Morton in second place, the others a long way back. Morton's going to make one last challenge, but I think he knows that it's not on. Moran comes round, that's his second win of the night, very nice indeed. Sean Moran for Sheffield first, second Chris Morton for Bellevue, and in third place John Louis for Halifax. Well, Reg Wilson at the pits gate having a few problems here. Just calling for a bit of assistance from the pits, and he's just had the 2-minute buzzer, and he certainly won't want any trouble before the start of this one after winning his first race, because this is a very important heat indeed, even if it does come so early in the meeting, because 3 of the 4 riders were winners first time out. It looks as though he's all right now, so they're coming up now to the line for Heat 6, and the first one up the line is Reg Wilson from Sheffield. He's got grid 1. Next to him is his Sheffield teammate Dave Morton, then Doug Wyer in the white helmet, and Larry Ross from Bellevue, yellow and black in grid 4. As I say, Wilson, Wyer and Ross, all winners first time out. And Dave Morton from Sheffield was in second place in his first ride, so something's got to give in this one. Start marshal just making sure that they're all steady, that they're all up in the line, and then Colin Tyrrell presses the button. And it was Dave Morton there pushing and nudging the tape. They're all having a go now. This time they do get away cleanly. And who's going to make it into that turn? It's Doug Wyer. Following him is Larry Ross in second place, and Reg Wilson beaten back in the third, now being passed by Dave Morton. But it's Doug Wyer who's taken it up again, with a challenge coming on the outside from Larry Ross, and now it's Dave Morton diving back inside Larry Ross as they start lap 2, and a very good race building up here in Heat 6. He hates to be called a veteran, but he's 35 on Monday. Here he is showing some of the younger hands a thing or two. Up into second place now goes Dave Morton, but Larry Ross just finds a bit more drive and holds him off. And it's a good scrap for second place. It looks as though Dougie Wyer's going to win it and collect his second win. 1 lap to go, Ross on the inside. Great race for second place. Dave Morton moving up on the outside on the last lap. In the white helmet, Doug Wyer has certainly got the race run, barring any mishaps on the last turn. But coming round to take second place, it's Dave Morton after a very good ride indeed, and Larry Ross, after doing so well early on, beaten into third spot. On then to Heat 7. And this time, the lineup from the right will be Rob Ashton from Halifax, Peter Rahn from Bellevue in grid 2, Ian Cartwright in the white helmet from Halifax. And in grid 4, it's Louis Carr from Bellevue. That's Rob Ashton there from Halifax, a 20-year-old Australian. His second season in Britain. He started off with Ellesmere Port and now trying to make the grade in the big league with Halifax. Riding here alongside his captain Ian Cartwright. Here we go then for heat 7. And it's Louis Carr on the outside. Ian Cartwright looking a little bit apprehensive on that first turn, as well he might, because this is his first meeting since he was injured here 3 weeks ago, quite badly in quite a horrific crash. The Halifax captain was injured. Torn leg muscle. He's been hobbling around on crutches for a few weeks. And this is a sort of a fitness test for him tonight, although he was a runner-up in this meeting in 1978. Back in second place at the moment behind Louis Carr from Bellevue. And it's another Bellevue rider, Peter Rahn, in third place with Rob Ashton at the back. Louis Carr's brother, Peter, younger brother, the new British junior champion, also riding in his debut. Last lap now, Louis Carr seems to have this one well in hand. Ian Cartwright having to settle for second place, and it really hasn't turned out to be a very competitive event at all, this one. Taking the flag now then, Louis Carr for Bellevue. In second place, Ian Cartwright in white, and in third was Peter Rahn in blue. On we go then to heat 8, and your lineup in this one will be from the right, Phil White from Sheffield, and David Barge, also from the Tigers, Peter Carr from Bellevue, and a third Sheffield rider on the outside in grid 4, Wayne Brown in the yellow and black. And David Barge, very unlucky first time out when he caught Larry Ross's back wheel and came off. See if he has a bit more good fortune in this one as they go now to heat 8. Challenge coming up on the outside from a rider who's lost his helmet colour. That's Wayne Brown on the outside. And Wayne Brown coming round the outside beautifully of David Barge to take the lead. In third spot at the moment, Phil White, but a fine ride there round the boards by Wayne Brown. Should be wearing yellow and black. In fact, he's lost that helmet colour on the first lap. He's the man in front. Moving up into third spot, trying very hard to do that, is Peter Carr, the British junior champion, battling away at the back with Phil White. But up front it's Wayne Brown, holding off David Barge. Peter Carr having come through into third place now. Very determined ride for this young Bellevue rider. On the last lap, it's Wayne Brown going wide on that pitch bend. No real drive there at all for David Barge to come through, and it's a good win for Wayne Brown from Sheffield. And the situation then after 8 rides is that Sean Moran and Doug Wyer are joint leaders with 6 points apiece. Then comes Wayne Brown with 5, and on the 4-point mark we've got Larry Ross, Louis Carr, Chris and Dave Morton and Ian Cartwright. And the lineup then for heat 9 from the inside, that's from the right of your picture, Larry Ross from Bellevue, Wayne Brown from Sheffield, Chris Morton from Bellevue and Rob Ashton from Halifax. And it's a very wobbly start indeed for Chris Morton. He's back in third place, coming round on the outside of the rider in red, Larry Ross. But up front, it's we've now got 2 riders in white helmets. Again, it's for old Wayne Brown. I think his helmet colour's gone for the second time. But he's still out in front, and that's what matters. This young New Zealander who rides for the Sheffield Tigers. Back in second place, Chris Morton just had a look down at his engine there. I think something possibly not going too well for him. He certainly can't believe that he's not hit the front yet all night. But it's Wayne Brown, this 22-year-old New Zealander who was with Berwick Bandits for 5 years, who's setting the pace in this one. Former National League Riders champion. And what a good vibe for Sheffield he's proving. On the last lap now, Wayne Brown should be wearing yellow and black. In fact, his helmet colour just doesn't seem to be staying on tonight. And it's the other rider in the white helmet, Chris Morton, who's in second place, and back in third is Larry Ross. So Wayne Brown takes the checkered flag, and that gives him 7 points so far. In fact, it gives him 8. 5, he was only 1 behind the leaders Moran and Wire before this one, so he's keeping the pressure on them. Heat 10 and the rider to watch definitely in this one should be Doug Wire on the outside in yellow and black in grid 4. Doug Wire with 2 wins to his credit so far, and he's joined in this one from the inside in grid 1 by Peter Carr, then John Louis and Peter Rahn. They've all had 2 third places each in their opening rides. Doug Wire out there with 2 wins so far, and he's got the scent of this Northern Riders Championship in his nostrils again. He was the winner in 1976 and in 1979 before, after 12 years with the Sheffield Tigers, he moved on to Halifax Dukes. Now, can he win it in the Halifax colours tonight? Well, he'll need another win here, and it's Doug Wire on the outside. No problems at all. Away he goes into that first turn. The rider in white, Peter Rahn, has pulled up on the first turn, not looking happy about his start at all, but there's no problem for Doug Wire, not so far. Completes the first lap in second place, it's John Louis. Third place, it's Peter Carr, and he's looking round as if he's not too sure what's happening. But from up here, it doesn't look as though the red lights are on, but it's become a 2-man race. Doug Wire ahead of John Louis. And all Doug Wire cares about is picking up 3 points here, because that would give him 3 out of 3. And after his performance in the Yorkshire TV Trophy only a few weeks ago, when he finished 3rd with 11, and it's not surprising that we're seeing him in this sort of form. On the last lap now, the only challenge for him coming from John Louis in second place in blue. Doug Wire coming round now for his 3rd win of the night. Crosses the line now. Doug Wire the winner, second John Louis, and nobody finishing 3rd because the other 2 riders, Peter Rahn and Peter Carr, both pulled out. Well, we'll take a break now at the North. Welcome back to Speedway and the Northern Riders Championship here at Oleton Stadium, Sheffield. Heat 11, and the lineup this time, David Barge on the right in grid 1, and Sean Moran, unbeaten so far with 6 points. Louis Carr from Bellevue in white, and in grid 4, it's Reg Wilson from the Sheffield Tigers. Sean Moran's the one to watch. He's in the blue helmet there, just preparing for this vital Heat 11 for him. Doug Wire with 3 wins, and Sean Moran wants to pull level by winning this one. Already having broken the track record here tonight, so he's in tremendous form. Heat 11 then, Barge, Moran, Louis Carr and Reg Wilson, that's the lineup. And it's Sean Moran followed by Louis Carr, but now coming through past Louis Carr are David Barge and Reg Wilson, moving up into 2nd and 3rd spots, but no doubt about the leader, Sean Moran. That bike of his is really bombing tonight. He'll have it down at White City in the morning, ready to prepare for the World Team Cup final on Sunday. And he'll be very pleased with it if it goes on producing the goods as it is doing so far. Sean Moran from Sheffield Tigers in front, David Barge in 2nd place. Former Newcastle Larder Diamond, now with the Sheffield Tigers. Joined them this season because he wanted to move up into the British League. Back in 3rd place is Reg Wilson. Sheffield 1, 2, 3 at the moment, and that's the way I'm pretty sure it's going to stay. Sean Moran taking the pit bend for the last time and coming up to win his 3rd one. He does a wheelie over the line. Just a little bit of cocky entertainment there from the American. They love doing this, and his fans love it too. A win then for Sean Moran, 2nd David Barge, and in 3rd place Reg Wilson. So we go for Heat 12 then with Steve Baker, Dave Morton, Phil White and Ian Cartwright. It's Phil White who gets away into the lead this time, followed by Ian Cartwright, and in 3rd place at the moment Steve Baker. Sheffield, Phil White, former Scunthorpe rider, in the lead at the moment, ahead of Ian Cartwright. Certainly a very disappointing meeting so far from Dave Morton, the elder of the 2 Morton brothers, both England internationals. Challenge on the outside now from Cartwright. It comes down and fakes White, moves up into 1st place. White's going to hang on to that inside spot as they go down the back straight again. Got a lap and a half to go now in this race. A good scrap up front. Cartwright right on the outside, getting his confidence back a little bit now, I think, after that crash here 2 weeks ago. Now Cartwright coming back on the inside, on the last lap now, down the back straight. But he's left it too late now. Phil White's got it this time. Phil White takes the checkered flag. So there we are with the situation after 12 heats, with Sean Moran and Doug Wyer as the joint leaders on 9 points. Next comes Wayne Brown from the Sheffield Tigers with 8. Ian Cartwright and Chris Morton with 6, Larry Ross and Dave Morton with 5. Heat 13 then of this Northern Riders Championship, and your riders from the right: Ian Cartwright, the Halifax captain, grid 1 in the red helmet, then Peter Carr from Bellevue, then Reg Wilson from the Sheffield Tigers, and in grid 4 on the extreme left, Chris Morton from Bellevue. Morton and Cartwright with 6 points apiece, trying to make up a bit of the leeway on the leaders, Doug Wyer and Sean Moran. Heat 13. And it's Reg Wilson who's out of the track this time, with Chris Morton going round the outside into the lead. Is he down the back straight? Yes, Chris Morton hits the front for the first time tonight, with Reg Wilson in second place. As they come round the pitch bend for the first time, it's Chris Morton from Bellevue in England in the lead. In second place, Reg Wilson. And in third spot at the moment. But moving up now, it looks as though Reg Wilson is making a bit of ground there. There's a challenge at the back from Peter Carr. But Chris Morton at last seemed to find the power that he's been looking for. Still doesn't make the starts. Former track record holder here at Allerton, but at least he's heading for 3 points this time. He's got 1 lap to go now, and he takes the black and yellow flag. In second place, it's Reg Wilson. In third spot at the moment, Ian Cartwright. But Chris Morton with a lead of some 20 or 30 lengths down the back straight, and he takes the pitch bend for the last time, and coming up now to take the checkered flag. Chris Morton from Bellevue wins. Reg Wilson from Sheffield is second. Ian Cartwright from Halifax in third place. Well, heat 14, and the interest here is centred on Doug Wyer on the right of your picture, the former Sheffield Tiger, now with Halifax, unbeaten with 9 points. Next to him will be Steve Baker, then David Barge, and on the outside Rob Ashton in grid 4. But it's Doug Wyer looking for his 4th win of the night and hoping to set up the Heat 18 Grand Slam finale with the new hero of the Allerton crowd, Sean Moran. Before that, we've got to see Wyer and Moran win their 4th rides. And certainly looking at the competition here, Doug Wyer, on the form he's shown us tonight, shouldn't make any mistakes, but then it's fatal to say things like that. Let's see what happens as Doug Wyer makes the trap in gate 1. Away he goes into the lead. Challenged by David Barge on the outside, and is David Barge going to get past him? Almost in there as Doug Wyer goes wide on the pitch bend. Now David Barge comes back inside him, and it's a great scrap. This is Barge is back up in the first place. Wyer now challenges back on the inside. Back out of the running are Steve Baker and Rob Ashton. But what a terrific scrap up front between Dave Barge and Dougie Wyer. And Dougie Wyer really is producing the form there. Look at that, as he goes into that turn with David Barge on the outside. But the young New Zealander not giving any ground at all. And there's just about a lap and a quarter to go now. Wyer's tried the outside, he's tried the inside. And if he doesn't anything on this last lap, he's right on Barge's tail now as they go round that turn into the back straight for the last time. But it looks as though Barge is opening up the lead now. Wyer made the start, but the younger man got past him and did the job. Dave Barge comes round to take the flag. Dougie Wyer in second place. In third spot, Steve Baker. And that's Doug Wyer's first defeat of the night. On then to Heat 15, and your riders from the right, Wayne Brown from Sheffield Tigers with 8 points out of 9. And Louis Carr from Bellevue, Dave Morton from Sheffield, and John Louis from Halifax. And Wayne Brown just 1 point behind the leaders. Up into the lead, and round the outside is John Louis. Not a good start at all there. Wayne Brown really found himself in trouble. He's boxed out of it at the moment because it's Dave Morton and John Louis up in front, the 2 experienced riders. riders. John Louis now going on the outside, trying to get past Dave Morton. This 41-year-old veteran from the Halifax Dukes, who did so well for so many years for Ipswich. Having a great scrap here with Dave Morton, Sheffield Tiger, who's been around a bit himself. And Wayne Brown, who was hoping for points here, is now back in third place, and that's likely to shove him right out of contention. Just over a lap to go, but Brown's not given up yet. He's coming up on the outside there as they cross the line with 1 lap to go. Trying to get past John Louis down the back straight for the last time, and still it's Dave Morton out in front. In second place, Wayne Brown moved up to second. Now he's coming with a last burst on the bend. Is he going to get past? No, he's just beaten into second place. But what a terrific ride there by young Wayne Brown from third to second and almost catching Dave Morton on the line. Heat 16 then, and Sean Moran looking for his 4th win of the night. He's got grid 1 inside slot there in the red helmet. Next to him, Larry Ross from Bellevue. Then it's Phil White from Sheffield and Peter Rahn, the young Danish rider from Bellevue in grid 4. But Sean Moran, the 20-year-old from Lakewood, California, is the man we're looking at here. 3 superb wins so far, and if he wins this one, he'll go into his final ride knowing that second place could be enough. It all depends what got wired in, of course, but here we go then with Heat 16, and it's Sean Moran now. A very tight first bend there indeed with Phil White. Is Phil White going to move up into first place? Sean Moran holds him off. Phil White, after a very disappointing start, has started to produce the goods a bit in this meeting, but it's Sean Moran just about getting the goods on him there. In second place, Phil White. Back in third spot at the moment is Larry Ross from Bellevue. But Sean Moran has done the job so far. He's made the front. He's now got to hold it. He's opening up a bigger lead now as Phil White's challenge fades. In third place, it's Larry Ross from Bellevue, the 28-year-old New Zealander who's twice won the London Riders' Championship and now having a crack at the Northern. Sean Moran now with a very good lead. He's looking in tremendous form tonight. A little bit of a sticky first bend he had on that first lap, but not a problem now, and the fight is for second place, and it's Larry Ross who's moving up now on Phil White to take the second place as they come round the pitch bend for the last time. Sean Moran wins, a very popular winner. In second place, it's Larry Ross. In third, it's Phil White. Well, that's the situation then, with 1 ride each for all these riders. Sheffield's Sean Moran in front with 12 points, just 1 ahead of Dougie Wire from Halifax, Wayne Brown from Sheffield with 10. Then come the 2 Mortons, Chris and Dave, with 9 and 8 respectively. On then to Heat 17, and 2 riders, Chris Morton and Dave Morton, the brothers here from Manchester. Not too far behind in the proceedings. Chris Morton will be on the inside in grid 1 from Bellevue. Then David Bard from Sheffield next to him. He's got 7 points. Peter Rahn from Bellevue, well out of contention, but Dave Morton on the outside, he's got 8 points. So there's certainly a little bit of a family feud here between the 2 Mortons to see who can finish on the highest number of points in this Northern Riders Championship 1982. Heat 17. Chris Morton on the inside, Dave Morton on the outside. And Dave Barge in blue, who could be a contender here. Remember, he did fall in his first race, and he's got 7 points from the next 3. So he's done quite well tonight. And in fact, it is Dave Barge who hits the front. Coming round on the outside is Dave Morton. Chris Morton in third place. And it's Dave Morton, the 28-year-old, the older of the 2 brothers. Chris Morton, 26. He's back in third place at the moment, and it's David Barge who's giving Dave Morton a race up front. Now Chris Morton on the outside. He's coming now past Dave Barge as they go down the back straight for the second time. So now we've got the 2 Mortons in front, Dave and Chris. 2 riders who grew up in the Sheffield along with Peter Collins, former world champion, who unfortunately is not here tonight. He's riding in Sweden, and he, I'm sure, would have added something to this meeting. But we've had plenty of excitement anyway, and it's Dave and Chris Morton as they come round now with just over a lap to go. They're having a personal battle out there in front, and it's still Dave in front, the Sheffield rider. Bellevue's Chris in second place. Now he comes down the inside, and he goes through and takes Dave. What a terrific scrap they're putting up. Round the last third now, Chris Morton in front, Dave Morton in second place, and Chris Morton wins. Dave Morton second, and in third place, David Bard. Well, this is the race that the fans here at Allerton have been waiting for in this 1982 Northern Riders Championship. Heat 18. Sean Moran on the inside in grid 1 in the red helmet with 12 points, unbeaten so far. Dougie Wyer next to him with 11 points. Then Ian Cartwright in white from Halifax and Wayne Brown from Sheffield with 10. What a tremendous scrap in prospect here. Dougie Wyer, who was Sheffield's last winner of the Northern Riders in 1979, and he moved over to Halifax. And the new prince of the Owlet fans is undoubtedly Sean Moran. So it's the 20-year-old against the old stager. And who's going to win this one? And it's Sean Moran away on the inside. Dougie Wyer in second place. And bombing around the outside there was Wayne Brown. Ian Cartwright, in fact, up into second place. As they hurtle through the dark here between the lights, and it's still Sean Moran, and Sean Moran looks round and says, where's that challenge coming from? He wasn't expecting that at all. Ian Cartwright in second place. Sean Moran really flying up front, but he was nearly caught out there by Cartwright. Dougie Wyer's at the back now in second place, and he's out of contention. It's all a question now whether Sean Moran can hold off Cartwright. Cartwright went right out to the fence now. His engine's pulling up. The Cartwright's out of it, and that's good news for Sean Moran, because he's now got a big lead. Cartwright's engine sputtering there on the back straight. Well, he's gone up into second place. He's out of it now. Sean Moran's got a nice big lead down the back straight for the last time. And this 20-year-old American is heading for the Northern Riders Championship. He takes the checkered flag now. That's an unbeaten 15-point maximum and a wheelie as he goes over the line. Mr. Spectacular in second place, Doug Wyer. And in third spot, Wayne Brown. But it's Sean Moran, who's the Northern Riders champion for 1982 with a 15-point maximum. And at the end of the day, it's Dougie Wyer, the ex-Tigers favourite, who has to give best on the night. So Sean Moran wins the Northern Riders Championship with 15 points. And in that crucial Heat 18, in fact, it was Wayne Brown's helmet colour that came adrift. And it was Brown and not Ian Cartwright who pulled up on the back straight and left Sean Moran to go on to win. Well, there you are, the top three in the Northern Riders Championship. In the middle, the winner, Sean Moran, the 20-year-old American from Sheffield Tigers. On the right, the runner-up, Dougie Wyer from the Halifax Dukes and the former Sheffield fan favourite here. And on the left, Chris Morton from Bellevue, third place for the second successive year. But it's Sean Moran's title. And that's the Speedway then from Allerton Stadium. We hope you've enjoyed it. From us, good night.